Now, the dust is yet to settle over the internal crisis bedeviling the People's Democratic Party, PDP. In a new twist that deepens the party's fault lines, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has reaffirmed Senator Samuel Anyanwu as the valid National Secretary of the party. Anyanwu's status was revealed by the fact-finding committee of the party's National Caucus during the 99th National Executive Committee meeting. The party plans to reconvene on the 30th of June to constitutionally remove him from office. Meanwhile, a former governor of Jigawa State, Sule Lamido, has declared that he will no longer attend any PDP meeting until the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, and other alleged imposters are expelled from the party. All right, Jami. INEC has once again cleared the air about the secretaryship of Senator Samuel Anyanwu. But talk to me, what do you think they have against Senator Samuel Anyanwu? Is there like a personal grudge that we don't know about, despite the Supreme Court ruling?
Yeah, you know, the problem with the PDP is multi-faceted. And as they are trying to resolve one, 10 other ones are coming up. Now, the major problem they have is the issue of who is the scribe of the party. They don't want Samuel Anyanwu. Most of them, they don't want Samuel Anyanwu.
Why?
Because he's close to Wike.
Oh.
Yes, so, but now, at least they are stuck with Anyanwu for the next 21 days. Because before you can remove the secretary or a principal officer of a party and appoint another person, you must give a 21-day notice to INEC, which they just did at the NEC meeting of yesterday. I think Chief Bode George, who is a BOT member, made that very clear.
Okay.
And, you know, Wike also issued a caveat where he raised some issues about the interference of the Oyo State Governor, Seyi Makinde, that because of his presidential ambition, that's why he didn't want peace in the party. Although Wike too has his own issues. And my problem with the PDP is the fact that you know that Wike is giving you headache. Why can't you expel him? And Wike has challenged them. He said they don't have that, they don't have the guts to take this action against him. And this has been lingering since 2023. This is 2025. It was quite obvious that Wike and four other governors, then the G5, including Seyi Makinde, worked against the interests of the party, but they did nothing about it. So where there are no rules, there are no infringements. So as it is, the BOT of the PDP, the NEC and the NWC, they do not have the guts, they don't have the willpower to take that decision that will move the party to the next level by saying that, if you see any member of your party who has erred, who has done something inimical to the growth of the party, who has done anti-party things, you should expel that.
But do you think they can't do without a figure like Wike?
Well, that's why it's until they are able to resolve the quote unquote the Wike matter, the Wike factor.
Okay. All right. What do they have against Senator Samuel? Is there something we don't know?
I think that a lot of them felt that after he tried to become governor and he didn't succeed, that he should have stepped aside. Because, look, let's face it, a position is not meant to be occupied by an individual forever.
Okay.
And some people have made moves to say, okay, let this thing even go to another part of the Southeast. That is what people like Governor Mba is fighting for, that look. Let it go to someone else from another part of the Southeast.
Okay.
But it's like every issue about the PDP now continues to polarize the party. The South-South Congress of the party has effectively polarized the party. The North Central Congress of the party has effectively polarized the party. The matter of the national secretaryship
yes.
of the party has effectively polarized the party. There's no issue. Even the matter of whether they should join the coalition or not has effectively polarized the party. Some of the National Assembly members do not agree with their governors on that matter. And some are saying, no, even if we are going to join the coalition, it should be led by the party. Which was what Senator Shekarau said at that time, not something that, okay, when, some noises being made by individuals you know, and who are being supported by elements on social media who do not have electoral value. So the party has a lot of issues to deal with. This NEC, for example, why is it difficult for PDP to agree to have a meeting and the meeting takes place? This NEC was postponed 5 times. If you are struggling to organize NEC meeting, how would you be able to organize convention? And the convention of the party is the highest decision-making organ of the party. Not just PDP, but even the APC. That's where the biggest decisions are taken. And it gets ratified. So in this case, the stipulations are clear. Anyanwu cannot become the secretary of the party forever. Politicians are quite different from some of us. Honestly, if people harass me, even 100 of the, if I get 100 of the quantum of harassment that Anyanwu has received because he is not prepared to give up that position, I will have left a long time ago. I have no patience for that level of harassment. One position, and I'm holding on to it, using the courts to force yourself on your colleagues.
Exactly.
No, it makes no sense. The party is polarized. I also don't think, I think that a lot of the PDP members, because of the contributions that Wike has made to the party, they are reluctant to throw him under the bus. And he still has support among some of the governors. It's not every governor that is against him.
Sure.
It's not every governor. Yes, today, Sheikh Makinde, Umba, Mohammed, Bauchi, they do not really like him. But he still has some governors who have some,
of others.
Some sympathy for it. So, and you must get those governors on your side before big decisions can be taken. So if the party is fed up with Anyanwu and the party wants a clean break, then their meeting that they have fixed for June 30, the NEC that they fixed for June 30, they should be able to take that big decision there, including the future of Wike himself. I think a lot of them, Wike's matter is an emotive issue within the PDP.
Within the party.
They can't understand why Wike, for example, would decide that because the secretary of the party, they've not paid the ground rent for so many years, then the place should be sealed up. And you didn't stop at that. You then said, okay, forfeited to
the FCTA authorities.
FCT. I like what the president has done. To say, okay, let's give them 14 more days. There is no reason in the world for PDP not to pay their rent. It is impunity. It's impunity. Governors are shouting that, oh, they need more money by way of internally generated revenue. The FCT authorities have every reason to generate revenue.
Exactly.
And ground rent is one of the revenue streams. So why wouldn't you pay? Did you read Bode George's interview?
Yeah, he said it's sacrilegious.
I mean, there's no reason. And then you are saying, oh, is he responsible to lock up? You are a debtor. You are saying, is he responsible to lock up your place? Debtors shouldn't have this kind of effrontery. You are a debtor.
Absolutely.
You are a debtor and you have no reason to not pay.
Okay.
The years when they were in power, when they had access to funds and all that, they
Why
still
did
didn't
they not
pay.
sort it out?
Yeah.
That's another.
So, you know, when you look at issues emotionally, you think what Wike has done underlines his hatred for his party. People can argue like that. I'm not saying that it is right to think that way. Because on this matter, I want to try my best to stay in the middle. My opinion is they have no reason in the world to not pay. But if I were to follow my heart and not my mind, I would say, but it's your party.
Why did you not?
It's your party. You want to take over the... I think there are better ways to handle it beyond saying, oh, you forfeited it totally. Because if you say, okay, you are sealing the place up until when they are ready to pay, you know it's better than to say you've taken it.
Go over.
Yes. It's not even good for the optics. It's not... when people look at it, those who are saying, oh, they want to destroy us, they want to do one-party state. By taking the national headquarters of the party, people will say, oh, hey, we said it.
Exactly.
We said it that they don't want us to exist.
All right.
So all of those issues,
All right, let's
you have to weigh all of those issues.
Let's look at the other side of this. I mean, a founding member of the PDP, former Jigawa State Governor Sule Lamido, said he will not come to any meeting again, except Wike is out of the party, expelled. I think he also mentioned Samuel Anyanwu as well.
You know, I said...
I mean, what's so special about Nyesom Wike that they can't sort out?
Like Wike or hate him, I was in Abuja for about a week, sometimes, recently. And from the taxi driver who took me, if you want to hear the truth about what is happening in town, just talk to the taxi drivers. From the taxi driver to eating joints and all those places, it's all full of praises for Wike. So Wike, the kind of development Wike has carried out in the FCT in less than 2 years as minister, he has surpassed what some ministers did for 8 years.
I'm not sure they've seen that before.
Honestly, I mean, putting new asphalt overlay on very smooth roads, very clean bridges.
I mean, roads to the satellite towns.
Yes, even the satellite towns. And he said he's doing that so as to chase those kidnappers away, to open up everywhere. So now some people are not happy with that. That this man, I mean, it was Mr. Project in Rivers, is shining again.
And now it's Mr. Project in Abuja.
And also, I mean, to the extent that now, because he wants to, just like Jide said, but they just said he expected that Wike would dip his hand in his pocket
and pay the ground rent on behalf of the party,
having benefited from the party since 1999. No, it doesn't work out like that. This is the same person you denied the presidential ticket of the party when all of you agreed that this thing should be zoned to the south. Of course, he's still very bitter about losing that presidential ticket to Atiku and the way the thing was carried out.
They agreed that it should be zoned to the south.
No, I think the treat open.
They said
the treat open.
So the thing is, he is not.
Even APC that they shouted about zoning it to the south on election day. Different people, Northerners also.
Of course, they still contested. But the point is, for Wike to be expelled from PDP, most of the states where PDP does not have governors, it is Wike that is funding them. So they don't have that. They don't have the numbers to expel Wike because the NWC
and
the INEC. So why haven't they done it?
No, maybe
since 2023? They don't have the numbers. So I don't think
the issue is that
I think Lamido will stay away for a long time. If he's waiting for the day Wike will be,
I'm sure they are weighing
the options.
The consequences.
It's a big fish.
All right,
But
gentlemen.
they can expel him.